and then like making it here first, and maybe even passing through play-ins.
It's one of those that you look at and you go, wow, what a run that would be to go right from the national circuit, raid them forward, come into one of these big name events and go even further forward. It all starts out here on Mirage to see if they can really get a bit of a kick in, get a good start again. And for Bad News Bears, they can't really afford to get off to a slow start again. We can't see another 0-9.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one thing right now. Pistols is so important, and Bad News Bears already finding one onto Lambert, but that is still undecided, of course. Right now, the B-bomb site is open for the taking, and guess what? Junji's position is perfect here for the Canadian right now, as the CTs will be rotating in, but they might not check his position immediately. However, the way that they're actually rotating right now, they're taking so much time as well. Rather than going quickly over towards the B-bomb site, they've now found that kill, and they seem to have been aware of his position some way or another.
Oh, into the side sneaker. Does hit one up close and personal, but the T's are just wasting time. PDR's waiting out of bullets, but now it just comes down to Shake and him to see if they can hold it off. There is at least a little bit of a play of trying to get onto that bomb. Six are just trying to be able to try and get the bait shot down, but Ben and Spurs just aren't really peeking. Trades go back and forth, but there's just no time whatsoever. Haji having a great sequence into the pistol, but the bomb blast is going to go off and take him down with them. What a great start that was for Bad News Bears to overwhelm the B side, and even though Jonji's great lurk out from sort of that window position got into that sort of angle, it was just the time wasting that really won out the round there.
Yeah, very, very strong from them in the end. I mean, there would have been a kit as well for LDLC, but just not in a position that they can actually reach, especially not with the presence in towards short from themselves. I mean, right now, it is 1-0. It's exactly the start that you want to have on your own map pick. Just want to get off to a good thing. And then, of course, now straight onto rifles. Your opponents are going to be on pistols, but might not be as dangerous here as right now. Chaos being boosted up in towards ladder room. Does have backup in the form of Haji, anti-flash, but in the end, Haji finds that kill as well. It's a weapon for them to recover.
What a beautiful fight for Haji, and really, if you're Bad News Bears, you've got to try and put as much pressure on someone like Haji as possible, because the last thing you want to do is get him fired up again like he was in map 1. Great little position for Peter to try and work with towards the top of connector, but they've got to try and find a bit of a frag back, and there's even a bit of a play of Lambert getting aggressive.
Yeah, the fact that Lambert is just sneaked his way up in towards these apartments, holding on to it. Just right in front of that, somehow does still find that first kill. Can he even grab a second? No, he can't, as it will be down to an advantage going the way of LDLC, at least player-wise. But of course, the weaponry is still stronger for Bad News Bears. You still have 2 Galils and an AK against, what, 2 scouts, a Deagle and a Galil. Oh. Those 2 scouts, though, could be very interesting. How deep is Victor right now as well? And this just buys time, and there's not that much time even left on the clock. So, I mean, right now, just finding 1 kill. Maka finds damage onto Peter. And with 15 seconds, this is working out a whole lot more than we expected initially. Down to 10 HP, but of course, the rest of the team has arrived at this stage as well. Haji to find Peter, and all down to Sheikh Zilla. And same as the pistol that they were able to win on Inferno, they just lose the follow-up to LDLC.
Wow, what a return. And one of the great elements that LDLC bring to their city side of Mirage is that they're just everywhere. You have a look at that round and try and break it down. You've got Lambert getting very aggressive into the apartments. And just when you think, okay, they've got aggressive, they're going to fall back, they're going to play passive, they're going to play time, you've then got Sixer aggressive in from ramp, and it just starts panicking the T side, doesn't it? They get tagged up, they then start going quite in quickly. We know that Maka down at that default position with the scout, he then gets involved. It allows rotations to come in really quickly out to city spawn. And for Bad News Bears, after they win the pistol round, that is not the conversion you're looking for.
Yeah, right now, yet again, of course, those Eagles remaining dangerous. What is that from Maka? Not like that, surely. I mean, yes, it's only up against the Deagles, but still so ridiculous to find a headshot like that towards the bottom of connector.
Easy pickings, really. LDLC just trying to work in and around this jungle top con position. Hadji maybe overextending for a little bit too longer, but Chaos is there just to try and back him up. And really, this force buy is not finding success. They haven't even done a single point of damage as of yet. Maka, beautiful angle to look in towards ramp. And for Peter, he's now the last one left. LDLC, what do you say about that? Like, just when Bad News Bears get reset and they force up again, it then allows the round to just be even more simpler?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm unsure of that right now. It's just the way that LDLC start playing it just seems a little bit too easy at times as well. I mean, Bad News Bears kind of out of this starting sequence now. 4 Glocks on the P250. They might just be trying to go quickly over towards B-bomb site or down in towards underground. I mean, the CT seem to be all over that as well, though.
Yeah, nice angle. Hadji backing up his teammate. There is one kill into the mix. There's a little bit of damage coming through. Can they make it a secondary kill? Getting close to Hadji, but not to be. Oh, did they get that? No, okay. I thought they tried to get that extra rifle over to Lambert. Didn't quite happen. But Hadji is 8-0.
Yeah.
Like this
I was just
is
about to say
another
that.
huge performance, right?
Yeah, I mean, for one part as well, I mean, it's one thing like getting 30 plus on that first map, but then it's a whole nother part to start off that second map just as strong as you started off on Inferno.
Yeah.
And sure, the rest of the team is there as well, and I think that's the biggest story right now is Hadji. Yes, he's finding his own kills. Yes, he hasn't died just yet. But yet again, his team is there to support him when needed. Yes, he was a little bit lucky not to fall against those pistols. Staying alive at 4 HP, I'll give the American side that. But right now, I mean, just LDLC yet again looking to find a 4th round. I expect Bad News Bears to maybe even grab a round here. But they need to make sure that they dispatch of Hadji first, and then their chances seem to get a lot higher.
Well, Shagzilla's got to create space towards the top of con if they want to try and get this B split forward. Chaos just bursting through. Doesn't allow that player to cross, so he can sneak back over towards the B side, but Hadji's still aggressive, and Lambert too gets that first kill onto Jonji.
Again, sure, Hadji is now going to drop. Shagzilla does find a double. It is still an advantage play, though, in favor of LDLC, especially with Shagzilla being by himself. Peter with the bomb at 6 HP is all the way towards B for the moment. And Lambert just holding on to that for now. Smoke out. Good to see him continue to be around that area of the map. Shagzilla finds one, but is now going to come down to a 1-on-1 between Peter. Or 1-on-2 between Peter and Maka and Lambert. As per sight, it would still be a 1-on-1 as LDLC are still split. Sorry, between both maps.
Yeah, Peter just in one of those situations where you're so low HP, it has to be an insta-kill. The instant headshot onto Lambert out towards the bad position, in which he does. This allows the bomb to now get planted.
Bomb has been planted.
Ooh. How does he play this? Out towards market? Just try and play the time on this one. Maka try to come in towards the site out from this marker position. Now, he does have an incendiary, so he puts that up towards the apartments. He's got a chance of just being able to stick that bomb straight away, and there's that incendiary. That's going to force Peter into the open. Oh, he's actually waiting behind it. He's playing the time, and Maka's just only tapping the bomb. Now he's got to stick it, but Peter just can't push through of it. Gets flashed himself, tries to get to the bomb in time, but it just doesn't happen. Really well played there from Maka with the utility. Peter just can't run through the molly. He doesn't have the HP to do so.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why it was so important for Hadji to find that early damage. I mean, Peter was down to, what, 4 HP towards the end of that. And right now, Bad News Bears taking their first time out, which is exactly the right call to make right now. Just somehow have to be back into this one. Because right now, yet again, early on, something just has not been working out for them. Yes, they're able to win pistol, but then they lose the follow-up 4 in LDLC. Looking like the stronger side for the moment. To maybe yet again be quick enough to grab a lead in towards halftime. And then things get really, really difficult for the North American team.
And we know too that for LDLC, that you look at their track record in terms of the win percentage and you go, ooh, That's not very good, 31% in the last 3 months, but then you actually dive a little bit deeper, and they're playing high-end competition in the Tier 2 scene. Their last 5 results on Mirage haven't gone their way, but there's some overtimes into the mixers, there's some plus 27, 28-round games, so it normally does go quite down to the margin. Bad News Bears just half buying down into round 6, give themselves a bit of utility to work with, hopefully get a bomb plan, and just try and take as much damage away towards that LDLC side as possible. Even out towards mid, Macca's the only one that's aggressive.
Yeah, that's not a big part in this one, is literally that even in these rounds on the previous maps, you did sometimes see LDLC being a little bit over-aggressive and then losing a couple of players here and there. However, right now, sure, Macca might be one of the easier targets. Chaos as well going deep in towards ramp, and they're trying to clear that out and saying, well, okay, well, the A-bomb site seems mostly clear. They seem to be in towards mid and maybe even towards B, and Lambert just hesitant to peek that right now, but as soon as they actually try and come out around the corner, then of course he is going to be there and he is going to be in position. It's all just a matter of time. Flashbang coming out, he's going to be unaffected, lets them all run past, and in the end only finds one. As Macca is still in towards short, he was able to find that kill as well. Bomb plant comes through though. And that, alongside 2 kills, is good enough for them, as the round is still doable.
John G can't really get too overly aggressive. He's got to try and face a forward, but he's got a couple of CTs to deal with. Good shot coming through from Mac with the AWP. There is an AK onto the side for Spongy, but Sheikh Zula's got to try and play the post plant with him.
Yeah, right now Spongy at least finding that kill into Chaos straight away. Sheikh Zula can now check in towards Sixer as well. Can just wrap him here, can also just find the kill onto Macca. And now Sheikh Zula becomes so important from market, only on the Tech 9, but finding those kills. And up to 140 ADR from him as well, 12-5 when it comes down to KD. Everybody else only at 2 kills for Swisher and 1 for Peter, John G, and Spongy. And it's just insane. I mean, both teams have one player that's exceeding everything at the start, but yet again, I mean, Macca and Sixer and Chaos, they've all kind of come into this now.
Sheikh Zula's playing to a very high level so far. Haji playing out from underpass with actually quite a few teammates. The T's going very far forward in towards Connector. Didn't get seen for the first one, and Haji, he only does damage so far.
Again, that's the thing. I mean, from his position, he surely needs to find one at least, maybe even 2 kills from that sort of spot. And right now, they know exactly that one player is still towards the site. Of course, Sixer has found a kill before. So they know about him.
What?
The else falling back in towards under, now pushing T-spawn. What is LDLC's game plan right now? I mean, the one Deagle that's involved, okay, but everybody else has, what, an AWP and an M4 on that sort of push. Is kind of uncalled for, but at least Swisher finds Sixer. They're just none the wiser that Chaos is already coming in from behind.
Oh, great shot for the first. Surely they can't expect this. This is a round-winning play to come out for Haji. Can deny that bomb for going down. Oh, he missed it a little bit. Even does further damage onto Sheikh Zula. And now Macca and Lambert have got to try and win out the 2v2. There is a player quick in towards CT Sport, and an AWP duel comes through, but it goes back and forth.
Yeah, and at least Macca does find Sheikh Zula, so that brings Peter down just a 1-on-1. 54 HP himself as well. Of course, Lambert being at 100, winning that fight after all, as Peter's only able to leg him, collects that up, and LDLC just about by the skin of their teeth end up winning this round. But yet again, I mean, so much money that was lost on the CT side. It's not exactly looking great for LDLC when it comes down to the next buy.
And I look back to Inferno, we were talking about it, just the holes in the defense at times. And this time around, yeah, it's actually sort of Bad News Bears on T side. But how do 3 underpass players go all the way into the apartment?
Yeah.
And there's no contact, there's no duel, there's no lurk out in the apartments, that they get double wrapped in T-Sport? I mean, that just can't happen at this kind of a level.
I think that's the big thing there as well. Like, you're never supposed to get into those positions, and somehow LDLC make things happen. Because Bad News Bears just only had eyes for one thing, and that was the A-bomb site. Nothing else being considered. Right now, this round is a whole different round when it comes down to it. Chaos and Sixer towards Underwood, yet again pushing in towards round. And Lambert is deep in towards Apartment's kitchen. Haji can help him out. At the end, Swisher is going to be dropped. The bomb's dropped in their control. And AK is recovered. And I mean, Shakesilla and Jonji, what do you do in this sort of situation? Even, yeah, Shakesilla is towards the site. This might just about work out.
Just get the bomb down at least.
Planning from the players and apps.
Yeah.
And these plant as well.
Is it another bait and switch in which they show one player on the backstab and then you've got no idea there's another?
Weapons being dropped, being switched out here. Jonji's been spotted, and that's unfortunate here for him. Right now, though, it's all about the timing, of course. Two players do have kits. Those are the two players coming in from behind. Maka could be coming in from Mark. It is very important on the AWP right now, and does find it as well. So Sixer can get that defuse in. Defused kit to be collected from Maka as well. Yet again, yes, they lose 3 players. And B&B, thanks to lost bonus, and also thanks to, of course, getting the bomb down, will afford another buy. They don't get around, take another timeout. Because right now they're realizing it's just not working out for them. At least not as far as they wanted to.
Yeah, bad news bears. I'm looking at the numbers and it's just too low, isn't it? 1 kill for Spongy, 2 for Jonji, 2 for Peter. If they were converting some mid-rounds and there was a couple of impactful kills coming into the mix, it wouldn't be that much of a point to sort of lean on. But it comes down to Peter being such an influential player in that last map. Opening man advantages, impact kills. He's gone quiet, and if that happens, okay, who's going to be the one to step up? It's your in-game leader that dropped just over 60 ADR in the first map. He's now come out to Mirage, and he's firing. He's doing really, really well, but where's the support?
Yeah, I think that's the point as well. I mean, sure, Shakesilla, he might be able to fire up his team. He might be able to say, okay, well, let's continue going on this. I'm trying my best to help you guys out, but at the same time, the rest of the team needs to chime in. And especially Peter and Jonji and Spongy as well, just not continuing to find kills is a big problem. LDLC have more and more players now at the same sort of level, and yet again, Sixer going so aggressive, dropping down to 1 HP, but somehow still making out alive, not going to get punished for that push. And then Haji goes in and says, well, okay, I'll just push in and see if I can find a kill, which is completely out of this world. But yet again, yes, it's up against pistols, and sure, it might be the best of chances, but it is just so unconventional the way that LDLC are playing it right now as well.
AWP even out towards CT does have a chance of being able to connect, and Sixer has made his way in from Palace. So if they just try to tempt this bomb from going down and he waits, he might be the element of surprise they don't know about.
At the same time, Amber's coming in through T-spawn right now. Chaos from Connector has a gap in that smoke. And in the end, Sixer now finds one. Swisher all by himself as players start swarming out from all positions. It's 7 for LDLC. I mean, it's nice for Bad News Bears to find a pistol, to find 1 round after LDLC make it 4 in a row, but then we're straight back to LDLC making it 3 and being on the brink of getting that lead into halftime once more. And Bad News Bears, the way that they're playing right now just does not seem likely that they may even be able to stop LDLC from going double digits at this rate.
Might be right about that. Early nades up towards that top mid position. Chaos just taking a little bit to the flames, but really, it's a unique style here for LDLC. It's proper aggressive, and it's something the Bad News Bears probably aren't used to when they're back over in the States. It's just relentless aggression on the city side, everywhere on the map being pushed in. Jonji might be able to catch off the AWP, though. He's got a great angle in towards Connector. That's the 5-on-3 now.
Perfect situation for them to get around. Just from there on out, they have to make sure to make it consecutive, and right now they haven't won that round just yet. How is Sixer even still alive for that long? However, Spongy and Peter finally now back in, and they do keep 4 players alive. And Dwight, of course, this is the most important thing. Even when they were able to win rounds, they just did not get the chance to actually keep numbers going, and right now they do. And at the same time, we look to LDLC, and they're having a major problem because, of course, all of these rounds that LDLC have won have been so close as well.
Money is just wrecked on the side of LDLC, and this could be a really good way back in for Bad News Bears. I've got to wonder where the AWP is going to be able to sort of lean out to. Maka going really aggressive towards underpass. He's going to get early info, but for Bad News Bears, it's just a set piece.
Yeah, just straight away out towards A, and they're out before the smokes or even settles. And right now, of course, the CT is actually able to retreat far enough, so they keep everybody alive. Maka to find Jonji. And don't tell me that LDLC make this happen. Bomb is going to be planted. At least that rooting for Bad News Bears right now. However, I mean, especially with everybody just working together, and they find the kills onto Shake Sula and Peter. A really, really good chance for them. Deep Molotov, still nice for them to shut things down. Shake Sula finds a collateral as well onto two of those players. I mean, it's all just down to Sixer. More along the lines that we expected this round to go.
And that was very well played there for Bad News Bears. That flash pop 2 just didn't really blind any of the T-side players at all, and it just allows them to get very comfortable working off one another, setting up that crossfire. Unfortunately, not being able to maintain that AWP is going to very much limit the situation. I got M4s across the board, light utility in for a couple of players, and for Bad News Bears, first time now in this T-side of the second map in which they've been able to follow rounds up.
They just have to make sure that they actually keep on going this way because, of course, LDLC, they're straight back onto a buy. Yes, they're missing utility, but yet again, Chaos is the bomb in his control. Haji was able to find that first kill to Spongy as well, and Palace is fully in control of LDLC right now as they're pulling even more players towards those positions.
Honestly,
What is that aggression?
It doesn't stop. It really doesn't stop. Haji's getting flashed in further. They're going to try and get even more picks. Maybe a little bit too overly aggressive there. Peter gets a trade back with the orb. LDLC, they just don't stop. They're so hungry.
Yeah, with this as well, Sixer's coming in from behind, is going to close that door. Maka and Lambert can just make sure, okay, he's not going to come out from Palace because he needs both kills in the exact same session. And can he isolate this right now? Of course, the AWP for Peter, 40 HP, so literally 2 bullets from the CTs and you're done for. Has been spotted, headshots come out, and it's just ridiculous. AWP to be collected as well. And LDLC win their 8th.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I mean, that aggression just shouldn't be happening, and they should be punished for it. But they're not, so we just have to give it to them.
And you've got to wonder, are they stepping it up a notch in aggression because they know they're not being punished for it? I know they are a team that do like to get quite aggressive on CT side and do like to play with a lot of high tempo, but it seems like this is almost more than sort of the ordinary of what we really see from LDLC. Maka, he's just moving around the AWP everywhere with this AWP.
He's knocking off top con. He's still going to drop to a FAMAS though and only doing 54 points of damage with his AK's 2 hits. As Lambert also with the FAMAS has support from Haji. And yet again, them two over towards the B bomb site seemed a little bit too easy. The amount of kills coming out from FAMAS's though have just been insane when you consider usually you don't expect FAMAS to be this strong. And Bad News Bears, of course, take another timeout because it's just not working out for them. And I mean, it's their 3rd timeout here already. Means that they will only have 1 remaining, and we have not wrapped up this first half.
And it's even moments like that where it just looks a little bit tunnel-visioned out for Bad News Bears, a little bit desperate. Straight away, when they flashed themselves through the app smoke, they caught the FAMAS. They saw that Lambert had gone back towards the corner. But then that only just establishes the crossfire even further. Maka's down at short with the orb. You've got Haji down on towards the site, playing in and around the site itself, sort of around that bench position. And as soon as Lambert gets caught, the crossfire is there. And for Bad News Bears, yeah, they trade out Lambert, but what else do they do on the site? The anchors are just having so much success.
Yeah, and at the same time, I mean, Shake Zilla, he continues on fielding a 2 KD with 20 kills, only 10 deaths. Lambert, what are you doing now? Finding early damage on a Peter, but at the same time, while Shake still is at 20 kills, the rest mounts up to 18 on his team.
Yeah. Very
By
true.
round 14, his performance is insane, but the rest of the team seems underwhelming.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, on this T side, because for Bad News Bears, again, they've found a fair bit of success in North America on this map. It's probably one of the best maps in the pool. Maka gonna get run boosted up for the T side. Let's see if he hits the flick. Oh, of course he does. Instant trade at least.
It's a good message for Swisher to at least trade things back. We do have to remember Peter being tagged down low early on, down to 30 HP. Hadji to find the headshot. Continues, of course, with his winning ways in these couple of rounds. At the same time, Peter scoping in, and surely Sixers heard that from his position. Big thing is just, what do they still have? Chaos has a Molotov, which is just going to keep them at bay. Back and forth. Hadji now actually working his way back. How does Chaos win that fight? He just shouldn't. He makes it happen anyways. Sixer to find the next with a headshot to Spongy. And Peter at 31 HP in a dream. Find the LDLC win around and keep players alive as well. So Hadji, I mean, will have $7,000. So does Maka. Chaos at 8. I mean, it's unfortunate that Bad News Bears can't really perform. But it's just funny at times as well what LDLC can do and what they actually get away with, to be fair as well.
Well, you can add the statement. If LDLC were playing a stronger team in the play-ins and they played like this, they'd get punished a hell of a lot more than they are against Bad News Bears, that's for sure. Maka out towards his top mid position again. Is going to get re-smoked. Nade goes down, could do a fair bit of damage. Jonji going super aggressive, but even just being spammed by the player on the A side.
Yeah, and I think, again, I mean, Chaos thinking about it right now. He's going to be close and up and personal. They surely expect him here, but he finds a double headshot, makes out. And in the end right now, surely somebody has to have an eye on towards Palace. The Sixer is not aware of the fact that Chaos actually dropped down. He's even forced out of position now. Another chance for Bad News Bears, as they're back down to a 3-on-3. Is not hitting his shots just yet, but this here from Hadji. The timing. All about it, but Swisher hits that shot.
That's a big
Do they
kill.
go A once more?
Oh, look at that. Jonji's been able to sneak through. Does the City
well.
player look over? Jonji doesn't win out the fight. And now that's going to give the information over to Maka.
And he hears those steps already. We can hear those in our own headphones. It sounded like they dropped down, so they seem to be going B. And Maka is going to be straight underneath that window. Flashbang coming out, follow flashbang as well. Maka dropping the bomb and dropping Spongy as well. 10-5 on the first half of map 1, 11-4 here. And LDLC just continue on their strength. We'll have to see what the second half holds. Bad News Bears needs this desperately.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out. Yes, the wolves are out. pursuit. My head is spinning round. Oh, I hear now. Yes, the wolves are out. Inside of our reality. Satellites singing serenade. Send out a signal, please remember me. Send out a signal, promise to me.
What a way to start things off here for LDLC. It was 10-5 on the first map at halftime, turned out 69. And I mean, look at these odds from 1xBet right now as well.
It tells a pretty big picture, to say that much. Bad News Bears really finding some difficulty here in this best-of-3 series. And now, over in the CT pistol, you've got to imagine that finding a conversion could be everything. But then you look back to the first half, and they won pistol, but then lost the anti-force buy. So a good start here in the second half could be everything.
And of course, pistol would be great, but thus far they've not been able to convert a pistol into a round themselves, not even on map 1. So, I mean, this right now might be their best chance, or of course they need to hit headshots, and right now what is LDLC doing? From connector straight in towards jungle, in towards window, and then boosting up towards short as right now Swisher, Shake Zula all finding kills, but Maka himself finding 2, and it continues in a 3-on-3. LDLC seem to be all over the place. Haven't actually committed to one of these 2 bomb sites yet. Chaos is up close and personal with the short players who try to find an entry back towards A. It's all going to be down to Spongy, sure 100 HP, and yes, he finds a headshot. But in the meantime, bomb is going to get planted here on A. Spongy does have a kit and the info. One player is towards CT.
No one's really facing here. Maka's relatively low, so Six has just got to be trying to get that bait forward. Out towards Firebox. Does Spongy even check this guy? Flash coming over again. Out towards the CT spawn, and Maka just swings out. 19 kills to add to his tally. LDLC get a 12th, and you're right about that pistol. It was a little unorthodox. You had some setups going on everywhere. Maka was deep in from ramp, but then the bomb was in window, and it was trying to maybe bait in rotations. But for LDLC, even with all the muckery of that round, they win a lot of their fights.
Yeah, it is just insane. Of course, if Maka falls towards ramp, then the round is pretty much done. You might be able to somehow readjust and make your way over towards B bomb site, but even there, it seemed like Bad News Bears had everything right, but just weren't ready for this pistol round from LDLC. And we do have to consider, pistols are split 2-2, and at the same time, score on map 1 was 16-9, and right now we have a 12-4 score, which just shows that pistols just do not give anything to Bad News Bears, and just full-on dominated then by LDLC in the later game. And right now, though, quick onto the B bomb site, and nothing the CTs can do for the moment.
Better have a bit of a crack just to see if they can find some more, but really, 3 versus 4 situation is not going to be easy at all, especially when the T's just keep wanting to frag out before even getting that bomb down. And now for Peter and Spongy, they've got no option but to save, hold on to the slight upgrades that they have, and give the Frenchman 13.
Yeah, it's just been crazy the way that LDLC have been going on to this. Sure, I mean, even when starting off strong on that second half on Inferno earlier, losing pistol and then grabbing 5 in a row, they had already pretty much set things up to then win on from there on out. Did then lose 4 rounds to kind of make it a little bit closer, but right now it seems like LDLC just have one plan, and that's what nobody really expected, for them to have such a strong start into Mirage as well. But that's why it's always just Mirage, anything can happen, especially just considering, okay, it comes down to being one of those puggy maps. Whenever you're into a Face-It game, you're playing Mirage a whole lot more than you think. And then, of course, everybody just knows how to play a default here, and that, a lot of the times, will suffice if the other team is having problems to actually find their kills, which, I mean, Jonji and Spongy surely are.
Bad News Bears, unfortunately for them, they're running out of rounds and they're running out of opportunities from here on out. This just looks to be a somewhat quicker play in towards the B side, and the A stack for Bad News Bears, it's not going to help them to defend B.
That's the thing as well, just in towards mid. Lambert on the MAC-10, making sure that if anybody actually pushes in towards mid, he's just there. He has the MAC-10. He can farm a little bit of cash, and even if he drops, then what are the CTs going to gain? Well, a MAC-10 up against a couple of rifles. LDLC should still have the upper hand by a mile. And the way that MAC has also gone all the way back in towards T-spawn and now towards top mid is just insane as well when considering his rotation. He's going to be coming in behind. Grabbing a late kill onto someone, and yeah, Swisher falls. Spongy now out. And still a decent chance, at least makes it too close for comfort for LDLC. So it's 14-4, and it's the margin that you have to come back from first.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these rounds have been quite close and competitive and almost nail-biters, but 10-round lead up for LDLC, a very, very difficult challenge for the NA squad to even establish a bit of a comeback, knowing that for the Frenchmen, they're so close to closing this best-of-3 series, looking to play out that best-of-3 tomorrow. Just try and see if they can continue on with their approach. Another one of these plays out from the apartments. At least there's a couple of players on B this time around.
Yeah, I guess they've got that going for them right now for LDLC, though, all just focusing towards this area, and I feel like Bad News Bears might just need to go a little bit more on the expeditionary side, be a little bit more aggressive towards A, just to find a lot more information, but right now, Haji to actually take out his teammate, and in the end, all down to Lambert and Maka, and look at where Lambert's at. Unfortunately, he cannot really get to the rest of his team. Or really the other way around, they cannot reach him for the moment. Lambert chasing that smoke, but Peter wise just to hold back.
Ooh, a couple of decent chances there for Lambert to continue doing damage, and it was still a bit of a bonus round. He still had an SMG out of a MAC-10, but it does definitely affect the money line, especially when you're not getting a bomb plan either. And it just seemed that for Lambert, he had a very decent run into the bomb site. We saw the flashes coming in over the top, dive down from that window position, just got into the side, got that first entry, but everyone else was so caught up behind that smoke, and even Sheikh Zula just decides to make the aggressive play and push forward of it.
And right now as nades rain in, a couple of deagles here for LDLC. 1 round with less before, but at the same time, I just wish for Bad News Bears to come back into this and just make it a little bit more competitive as we continue, and maybe even force it all the way back towards a nuke. Sure, that might be a disappointment for any LDLC fan, but at the same time, it would just also show the Bad News Bears know how to fight back. Of course, it is the first elimination game in this. If you lose, then you are going to be out, and right now, tier kills going both ways. A T is still dangerous, and Lambert able to find Spongy. 2 kills are great. A bomb plant would be ideal for them. Might be a little bit too much to ask. Lambert, how does he even find another kill? Not going to be recovering a rifle just yet.
That's still so much damage, though. When you think that they haven't really invested all that heavily into this round, they're getting away with 3 kills. Lambert going to make a big backstab out from the T-spawn, try and get back into ramp or out from Palace. See if he could just dive down, get another kill if possible. Shexu is relatively low, but for Bad News Bears, you just play the clock. Getting closer to 25 seconds now.
And his idea is maybe even he can get all the way back towards the bomb and plant that. Needs to get a whole lot further, though, to try and plant that safely at that. Right now, bomb is recoverable. And surely Lambert does not bring this back. He is going to get caught by Peter. And finally to shut down this madness and grab them another round. And I mean, for the moment, yes, they're 8 rounds down. Yes, LDLC are only 1 round away from securing OT. It is still the fact that Bad News Bears have a path to get back in. They just have to make sure that Peter keeps staying awake. Jonji wakes up a little bit more. Spongy stays in as well, and Swisher finds a couple more kills, not just Sheikh Zula, who of course is carrying his team right now at 26-16. So just one-sided affair in this one.
Lambert getting naded down quite heavy to start off. Incendiary coming through down. So, a little bit of early information coming through from the Bad News Bears, but it's been very unit-based for the T side so far here in the second half for the French. The way in which they've got 3 players in the bomb out from Palace, but the only contact out from the apartments. Now they're going to start falling back a little bit, start running out their default. And just in terms of CT aggression, it's not there the same for Bad News Bears, is it? We saw that for LDLC, they were pretty much getting aggressive every single round in that first half, where at least for the Americans, they're a little bit more passive in nature.
Yeah, the way that LDLC were just pushing in towards under, in towards Palace was just ridiculous at times as well, and that's just not something that usually the French teams or European teams do in general, which is something that LDLC surely are known for in their own right as well. Bad News Bears is certainly playing the more traditional CS, just pulling back, letting the T's come your way. And we're expecting much the same from the CT side from LDLC. Right now, Jonji finds Lambert. For them to find success on FAMAS as well, same as LDLC did earlier.
Oh, good find. That's exactly what Maka needed, just to be able to cut off one of those rotations, get it back to a 4v4. Now, there are a couple of plays. That's the one CT Sport. Chaos lines up a couple of kills, even makes it a third. And now LDLC are back with one guy making one play out to Sport itself. Sheikh Zula now, the last one left to just try and see if he can find anything in this round. But really, with the money where it sits, he's got to try and hold on to the M4, not to be. That completely resets the economy. Chaos. How do you even explain that?
And that for a series point as well. I mean, he's able to find a collateral as both players from CT move out at the same time, and then just goes for that wide peak. Doesn't really expect a third player, but does find him on the headshot anyways. 15-6. And I mean, one thing was the 16-9 on Inferno, and that already looked very, very strong for them, and LDLC probably could have taken it even more one-sided. But I don't think anybody expected this to be this one-sided going in towards Mirage, especially with the history that LDLC had a Mirage prior, but they just seem to be at another level, and everybody is out at the same message. I mean, sure, a couple of players have less kills, but that's just by a tremendous performance from Chaos. I mean, what, 21 rounds down, and he has 25 kills. Same as Maka, 23 kills, so over, I mean, 2 players that have over 1 kill per round is insane.
That molly not quite spreading onto Jonji's position, but just Chaos again. Entry fragging galore on this T side, looking for a little bit more, and of course he's going to get it. Trade comes back for Sheikh Zula, but there is a bit of a backstab out from Palace. The bomb's getting planted though for LDLC.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, and sure, Peter is going to try and get back into this, but right now, Maka seems to be all the wiser, all down to Sheikh Zula. And yes, he was able to find 20